Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Let's look at our garden this weekend. This is the first time that I film after the cold overnight, when we had -1, maybe -2 at night, couple of nights ago, last week actually. So here is our first container. So you see, it didn't influence our kales much, the frost. They are still alive. They were able to bear the cold, and even the small one is doing fine, and these ones are also all good. I'd say they kind of grew slightly, right? Last time we trimmed them, I think the leaves were smaller than this. And even the, let's zoom, even the lettuce, you see, it continues growing, like the second batch of our lettuces. This lettuce is not kind of tough, it's wobbly, but this is the way they normally start. We'll see for how long we'll be able to have them. And the arugula is getting eaten by something here. You know, we have lots of our friends that want to munch on our plants. So someone's munching on this one. But otherwise, everything is looking pretty nice here in this container. Now moving on to our mints. So this is the way they look. They have more of the yellow edges and the dark edges as well, and they are getting covered with the spots all over the winter time, or we don't know what that is, right? It was weird all the summer, this mint. And this other one is doing okay, living its life, regular life. Now the blueberries are doing fine, dropping a lot of leaves. This one, the one that carries the most berries, but they are tiny, right? This one, I already forgot the name. What was it for us, remember? Perpetua, right? Perpetua. So this Perpetua has dropped its leaves. This one that it actually was giving fruits only the first year that I ever had it, and after that it didn't. And the name of this one was, what's that? Let's remember. Peach sorbet. So peach sorbet is not blossoming for a couple of years at least. And this one, we had nice large berries, not too much, but they were all beautiful. It's carrying beautiful red leaves, red-brown leaves. And look at that, even though we had the -1 outside, we still have the flowers of our strawberries, and we have a strawberry berry over there. It is so strange, and it's strange of this strawberry, which is early variety. It's not supposed to be bearing any more berries. Wow, look at this. We have a berry and it's almost red. It's turning slowly red, slowly but surely. This is magic. Maybe it's the magic of living in the warmer climate, you know. But that's what it is. Looking beautiful. And this is our chandler. Maybe because of the wind or something, this paper with the name, it got brought up. This is the second one. Okay, so Chandler is carrying very beautiful red leaves and slowly dropping them, right? And here we see some of our younger generation, the runners of our early strawberry. One runner is still hanging in the air. So they seemingly are doing okay. You see they are growing larger leaves, their larger roots, trying to grasp onto the soil. See? Yeah. And for this one, I think this one has already rooted. You see? And this one, yeah, it's rooted more. And it even had a tiny baby which grasped onto the soil here and rooted. And that one is rooting as well. So pretty good, doing pretty good. I'll just quickly jump over and go through the strawberries here. This, the ever-bearing strawberry, is doing fine. And looking at it from this other side angle, I think it's also blossoming. You see, and carrying berries. We have a berry in the center and a berry by the flower. So it continues bearing, which is okay for this one. What's interesting is that this one is not having runners, and I'm having my empty spots here waiting for some runners so we can replace those poor strawberries that I killed in this spring. Yeah. And we are having our other one. What's the name of this one? Pink icing. So pink icing, you see, it probably supports its name, icing, and when it's icing cold, it's still growing, and it became like, it grew and ripened finally when it's already cold outside. Okay, so that's our blueberry. Now moving on to our separate containers, lower level. So this one, last time I collected quite a bit of arugula and lettuces, and this is what we have right now. It's all covered with the leaves of the blueberries because they are neighboring, right? So the blueberry leaves are dropping. I'm not taking them, it's okay. It's also like a fertilizer. It's fine, It also may help sustain the cold and stuff like that, and the freezing temperatures. Look, another runner here. So it's good. They are doing pretty well. You see here, like one that I cut almost all the leaves off. On here I cut a lot of leaves. On all of them I cut a lot of leaves, and they are still doing fine. Now this is the other lot that used to be having and still has some of the pepper plants that have been stagnant forever. So there is kind of no news to it, they are all the same, and the new sprouts of arugulas continue holding steady. So I'd say more or less same picture in my opinion. Now our beautiful baby peppers. Remember, I was so worried about them because the frost, and they love hot temperatures, right? So I was so afraid of them to be frost-bitten. And somewhere, I think, you see some of the flowers are dropping, like you see it got kind of like dead, and I suspect that was because of the cold. And this one, you see, this is for sure frostbitten. So you see the flower is trying to still remain and flower, but it was frostbitten. I'm not sure what's gonna happen to this one. And these leaves that are laying down, these are the frostbitten leaves. One dropped off, you see. So this is the consequences of the cold. My poor plant, this one. So this one is staying stronger, luckily, and this one as well. You see, some leaves are wobbly. And to tell the truth, what I've done at that time, I wasn't watering them because I was afraid the water would crystallize and, you know, it's gonna make it more prone to getting frozen and die. So now it returned back to like better temperatures. I'm gonna water them so that they can, you know, drink and then be ready for next frost if it's coming. Again, you see a little, I'd say, you know, strange and maybe frostbitten, but not as much. Maybe those ones that are inside are surviving it better, and those ones that are closer to outside are struggling. But this one is large, and probably it's underneath also this top one, so it's doing so far so good, I'd say. Now this other container with the peppers, this one is frostbitten, I'd say. You see, and you see our little tiny pepper. I'm gonna have to collect it because yeah, it's not ready at all. But you know, peppers, and this, you see, this is frostbitten, and there are so many beautiful tiny peppers and flowers, and it's gone, unfortunately. You see, and this one is hiding underneath this one, so that one was like its parent, you know, it covered this one from frost and from being frostbitten. So this is our story with peppers. I'm so happy that they are still you know, alive and thriving. I was thinking that that would be it for them. -1 for peppers that love hot temperatures is not good, but they are strong and beautiful. Moving on to the next one, the kales. I chopped them quite a bit last time. There is pretty much nothing left. Oh, we are having, look at this. I hate this beast. No matter how cold it is, they are still there. I can't focus my zoom on it so that you can see this here. So this is what those beasts are, and it's munching on a kale with no regrets. You see, no regrets at all. I'm gonna have to leave. We are not buddies with you. Okay. Do we see any others? Would probably even say that this one is all gone, and it's probably due to these, you know, all these bugs that it's gone. Yeah, it's the time, it's fall, but still, it could have kept thriving, in my opinion. Now the next container. This one is the one where we had whatever underground caterpillar that was munching on the roots of my plants that grow here. And I think the story is pretty much the same. Nothing grows here, and my celery plant, it's still not growing roots. I just put it inside here, but I looked at it before, you know, and there are pretty much no roots. It's just hanging like this. There is maybe something tiny, really tiny here, you see, that resembles like this tiny root root resemblance that probably still keeps it alive. Otherwise it's not. So, and I still, you know, keep it here, hoping that it's gonna survive, or, you know, just because I don't have any plans to eat it. Maybe I should, but that's it. Like with this one, I'm not doing anything here. There is no reason for it. And if there is someone who lives in it, I don't see any point in growing anything. Now this one, the arugula, lot I'd call it, because the majority of what's growing here is arugulas. This is how it looks. And let's move up to the our chives. Chives are wobbly. I'm not sure if it's the frost that bit them, but this is how they look. They are not kind of juicy, right? I'm gonna water them. The water is like, the soil is still kind of moist-ish, looks, but I'm gonna still water them while it's warmer outside, warmer-ish. The top layer, nothing special. This is the variety of the spinaches that are kind of so tiny and thin and spiky, and yeah. Now here is the bunch that was really abundant and nice, and we see that they continue growing their leaves, and the leaves are pretty nice and beautiful and larger, right? And a dill is doing pretty cool as well. Now this one is doing pretty cool as well. You see, the leaves are quite large as well, continue growing. So the frost wasn't a problem for that. And remember, when I was planting them, I was saying that I wanted to plant them closer to the fall, because that's what they like. They like colder temperatures. Now over here, the kale is doing okay, and these plants are so far so good, I'd say. Right, smaller, but doing their thing. And the last one, this one is beautiful, and they are bolting. The spinaches are bolting. I don't know why. It's not kind of cold or hot, sorry, but maybe it's the cold that makes them bolt. I'm not sure. Lots of lettuces, right, that are smaller but thriving. So that's it. Now let's look at this side. And we have a kale. I chopped quite a bit of leaves from it last time before the frosts. And this one, but they keep growing, which I appreciate. Same story over here. Arugulas are not doing fine in this soil, but that's good. And our pepper, the second blossoming pepper, is still thriving. And the last kale. And then those were the tomatoes, and now I'm collecting all the kind of recycles, so to say, so I can use them as fertilizer. So this is our garden this weekend. This is how it looks. I hope you enjoy watching it with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Make sure to click the bell icon beside the subscribe button to be notified about all new videos or live streams.